What's up, world? Welcome back to another episode of the Nothing But Greatness podcast. We are on episode 4 of Pods Given. I am your host, Neptune Jones, and today we're joined by DJ,
You're
and I'm gonna let our special guest introduce himself.
What up, y'all? It's Eric O'Neill back for a second time and blessed to be here.
Amen to that. How y'all fellas been this week?
tired, man. All this late shopping people doing and all that. I mean, it is what it is, though. Glad, hopefully making people happy.
Yeah, that last minute Christmas rush is crazy, man. I know that from working at Walmart like 10 or so years ago.
I mean, same, long time ago at Walmart. I will say
Yeah,
though, like I did some late Christmas shopping like a week or so ago. And I will say Ross and TJ Maxx, like the places that you would think would be packed, were fairly empty. And I think it's because, the tariffs and just the increase of prices and stuff, bro, it really just affects people's pockets this year.
Hmm.
that's right.
Like I went for more thoughtful gifts this year than more expensive gifts.
And that's the thing. I've always been a thoughtful Christmas gift giver. So, like, I'd rather go for something that has meaning, that costs less than some shit that they'll utilize for a couple months to a year and then pretty much forget about
And that makes
after
sense. I
doing it.
feel that. I know I'm more of a like a sentimental gift giver, but then sometimes people just want what they want. And so it's kind of just like getting from what they want to, trying to be more thoughtful and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta give them the money to get what they want for themselves, though. Some people just too picky.
That is true. That
And
is
maybe that's why I'm guess I'm maybe somebody hard to give gifts for because I really don't be wanting nothing. So I just
that's
somebody asks me, I'll be like, I don't think about it anymore. Of like, hey, what do I want for the holidays?
see for a nigga like you, a bucket hat or something. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite team. You still a
I'm gonna be
cheesehead?
I'm gonna be grateful for whatever I get from somebody.
I'm gonna buy this nigga a cheese hat next year, and he better fucking wear it.
Amen.
But today on this episode, it's just gonna be one single topic, but it's the one of the most popular topics besides the Epstein files being dropped this past week, and that is the Diddy documentary.
No Diddy, no doubt.
No, no, did it. He
He
did.
yeah, he guilty as fuck.
Ooh,
First of all, can we before we even talk about the documentary, can we talk about how wild 50 Cent is for putting this shit out?
yeah, I'm thinking like all the legwork he had to do to get all of this. Like this must have been he must have had this in production for like years, man. Cause they
Like
go,
this motherfucker 50 is I know like Petty is like he's like I think he surpassed like the
He's
pettiness
business
level of
petty.
10.
He's business petty because what better way to get back at somebody that's your enemy than to expose the dirt that they've been doing for years and get paid while doing it.
Big
right.
facts.
And not only that, did you see that? I don't know if it's fake or not. So it's allegedly. Did you see that he threatened LeBron too?
Who 50 Cent did?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I
Oh
seen
my
that. I
gosh.
seen that.
Was that real? Or
I don't know. Let's look it up.
he was just like
I
he was just like, LeBron, watch what you say because you next, and it ain't all about basketball. And I said, oh,
I remember I had seen that, and I don't know. Probably knowing the way 50 Cent going about this documentary, I wouldn't be surprised he put some out on LeBron.
like 50 Cent is literally like I say he's the king of petty. I will say that because
Mhm.
he does stuff for the fun of it.
It says it was false. It was from a burner account.
Okay, okay. I was about to say,
Dang,
dang, what LeBron do?
I was hoping it was real, honestly, because I was
Dang.
like, oh no, well, not because I'm saying like I'm praying for the downfall of LeBron, but I'm just like. if he went this into depth and got this messy with Diddy, I just want to see him do a deep dive on some of the other nasty celebrities like Usher. Some reason I just don't like Usher, bro. I never liked him. But that's me being a real hater, or Doja Cat or one of them other people. Like, but that's also just me being
So
just
what you looking
a
for is like a Dark Side of the Ring celebrity edition.
right. Yeah, pretty much.
I see that.
Exposing everybody.
Oh
Right.
man. So I mean, Eric, I'll let you start first, 'cause I know you said you had a strong opinion about this documentary.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So the whole like rap rap 3-on-3 basketball game thing. What year did that happen again? 'Cause I don't remember, but I remember like it happened in the 90s. This dude Diddy has been like in controversies and stuff, allegedly. I think like up to a year or so before I was born. Like he's been doing this for like 30 years,
And that
bro.
basketball one wasn't no allegedly. Like that that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. They said like what 5 people died. And I remember I had read about I remember I had watched videos about that as a documentary a long time ago. And I just didn't realize like how far back that was. And then he kept getting into more stuff as the years went on. I'm just like, watch the documentary. I'm like, yo, like this is stuff I never knew. I never heard of. That just like how long the whole ruckus about him has existed. That's what surprised me the most.
Hmm.
Yeah, like at your first motherfucking kind of big gig, you already getting accused of sexually assaulting somebody.
Right.
Like already.
And it kind of goes to show like how evil the world is when you really truly have money to get away with stuff and cover stuff up.
Money
Like,
makes everything go away, man. So I started learning.
like
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's I don't know, man. The documentary, like I could watch it, but at times I'm just like some of the stuff just made me feel sick. I ain't gonna lie to you. But to see in deck, I know they said that he hasn't been charged with like no murder of Big and Tupac and all that. But when you see like the evidence and people confessing and talking and all that, it's just like it played a big hand in it. And
It
then
makes you think like it
like
makes
go
you
ahead.
think like sorry. It makes you think like what would the jurors think? I'm just like they hear all the evidence, all these testimonies, and they still only got him on these charges. Like what? So where's get it, Eric? He went to prison for
50 months.
yeah for 50 months. They acquitted him of RICO and the murder, but he went to jail for prostitution or transfer.
Yeah,
Um,
transfer like prostitution and stuff.
I'm just like, yo, like how did he only go to jail for that? Because all these people saying that he cheating them out of money, and all these people saying that he SA'd allegedly
Because
SA'd
most the
him.
case was really just about the racketeering and the prostitution. It wasn't about the domestic violence, and there are separate cases each for like the sexual assaults. Like you saw at the end of the documentary. And one thing I could say, 50 Cent was on it when it came to like beginning and end of each episode. This is what he's charged with. This is what's pending. This is what's going on. And so 77 of those cases are still pending and more are coming out. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say he
Oh,
won't get more jail time? But when we saw those two jurors, I feel like it really did give like a side of what we were seeing from people's point of view. Because when you see the documentary and you see all this evidence that people are bringing forward, the emails, the voicemails, and all this and that, the videos, it's just like he's guilty. He did that.
This nigga ain't
yeah,
he ain't beating none of the accusations.
And it's
that's
just
what
and it's crazy because the two jurors they said, I think it was like juror 75 and juror 100, whatever. One, it was like the little Pakistani dude. He was just like, "Oh, this seemed like a love story that just had difficulties going on." And it's like, if she didn't want to be there, she could have left, but she
Man, when
closed it out.
he said that I almost want to hop through the screen.
And I was just like, he don't know how domestic violence works. Has he not done the research? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when she has left, some of the stuff that was going on, he was kicking her, beating her, the gashes, the bruises. You know what I'm saying?
Like what happened down that hotel lobby, you don't just that's not just a one off. Like if you doing something that brazen, you done it 1,000 times before. Like he
Now,
didn't even look
go ahead.
yeah, like it looked like he didn't even have any second thoughts. Like he was kicking her and beating, he didn't go, like just oh crap, I'm losing control. I'm out here beating my partner out in public. I need to chill. No, it looked like a regular Tuesday to him, man. I'm just like
It was giving modern day Ike Turner, like fucking
Literally.
what's love got to do with it type shit. Like that was just kind of like the like you said, like the normal type of shit that went on, and she just kept quiet about it. You know what I'm
And then it's
saying?
people that were just like in the documentary, so they said so too. Like it was normal. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And with the stuff he's capable of, that's like a on earth Lucifer child. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like
What Charleston White said that's one of Satan's greatest soldiers. Like the way he moving. Like
Right, yes.
he has the money to unfortunately make motherfuckers shut up. Like you
literal
didn't see
every
shit, you
time.
don't know nothing.
And
Like
bruh, it's just like with I believe her name was Capricorn. And she was talking about how she was like on trial, or she was like one of the witnesses and stuff, was like work with Diddy and all that. And they went on a vacation, and Cassie was like, I want to go hang out with one of my friends. So she did. And it turned out to be Kid Cudi. Cassie and Cudi went on a hike with him and all that. A week or so later, Kid Cudi came to Capricorn and was just like, why didn't you tell me they were hanging out and all this and kidnapped old girl Capricorn to go kill Kid Cudi with a gun. Broke in his house and everything because he didn't stay far. You
That
know what I'm
stuff's
saying?
crazy. And then they like they try to say that she was incredible or something.
Yes, they said because she was showing emotion while telling the story, it created a sense of doubt. But I'm just like, if you've been through anything, especially if it's traumatic, why wouldn't you show emotion?
so you reliving it
Right.
as you talking about it.
And she was just like, I have a recollection of a lot of things that were going on. You know, so a lot of people who have like these cases, she's been there and seen some stuff because she's getting named in a lot of the cases.
And you
You
wanna
know
know
what
what's
I'm saying?
crazy?
What?
It's like where everybody before a lot of this shit started to come out, where everybody believes now, I'm sure this is still 100% accurate, but what everybody believes Suge Knight to be is also turning out to be who the fuck Diddy was at the same time.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So it's like they
Exactly.
were the same motherfuckers just on different sides of the damn country.
I'll do you one even more. Those two are the same, but Diddy is closer to Epstein than he is to Suge Knight. Because if you've noticed, you ain't seen Diddy name on the Epstein list. You ain't seen these two people interact, and it's because I feel like allegedly they're with competition to each other. You got the freak offs, and then you got the island.
Might be.
You
Because
know what I'm
weren't they
saying?
when the whole thing about the Epstein files, weren't they saying there was were rumors whispered allegedly? Because I'm closer to them than y'all are. So, but were they saying that there was another that the whole Epstein thing was in competition with another thing that's out in the Middle East?
Could
I'm
be.
not saying which company. I'm not saying which country, but I remember I heard a little small something about that. So I don't think he was the only one, but I think he's probably the one that got caught. And yeah.
And I
So
will say, the Epstein files, they redacted a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're coming. I wish they would have just released the full thing, and they said they didn't because of who would have been named and the stuff that was taking place would cause some disruption in the U.S. And it seemed like, and Bill Clinton allegedly came out and said it himself. It seems like they tried to make him the scapegoat of the Epstein files. Like he was the one of the main people to focus on for that.
Yeah, because there was a lot of him, a lot of Michael Jackson. It damn showed a picture of Chris Tucker. But
The
I
Michael
figured,
Jackson thing
honestly,
pissed me off because it was just him with his kids.
I
Oh
figured
yeah.
if I figured if Michael Jackson was there, you were gonna eventually see Chris Tucker, considering they were so close.
Hmm.
Hold on, hold on. But my boy Michael Jackson. So I saw online. I hope this is true that he was only there to buy property.
Hmm.
So
Diana,
and
wasn't it
he,
Diana Ross or somebody?
Diana
yeah.
Ross was there in a picture too.
So I hope and pray that Michael Jackson wasn't. I hope he wasn't attached to it. Now Chris Tucker, I like him. I liked him in Friday and all his stuff. But that dude always been just kind of. He always gave off kind of strange vibes. So I wouldn't believe. I would believe that about him. But not my boy Michael Jackson. I hope. Oh my God. I hope that he's clear because Michael Jackson. You remember in 2005, 2006 when they are like that
They were
whole
trying to
thing
slander
about
him, and they never had anything guilty. You know what I'm saying?
right. It's about him for like years and years.
Not to get off subject, but one of the craziest things that blew my mind during the whole documentary is that the Notorious B.I.G. name stood for business instead of gang. Did that catch anybody else off guard?
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Business instead of game.
That's like today I found out that damn bar stands for beer and alcohol room.
Okay.
Here, I'm wearing new stuff every day.
Every day.
I was like, is that literally how they? Okay, I guess. Sure. It's literally just an acronym. All right.
Hey, that's
Mm-mm-mm.
crazy.
Bruh. And it's so fucking simple. You're just like, oh,
I think it also plays a part with the Diddy documentary is you see how people's environment shaped them who to be. Because one of his role models in the game, and I forgot his name, but the person who was mentoring him, who he was an assistant for, was like, it's always about you. Even when you run and stuff, always make it about you. And he took it and like amplified that times 10. Because what is his
Yeah. Was it that guy who named last name Powell or something?
might
I know you
be,
talk.
but it
I
was
know
like
you
who
talking
Diddy
about.
was an assistant for in the very beginning.
Let me see if I can find it in my notes. Hold on. Yeah, because this documentary was so choosy, bro. I don't usually take notes. I took notes for this.
Yeah, it's so much information, bro, in 4 episodes. In 4 episodes, it's crazy.
hmm.
It is a lot. Oh, dang, I didn't put it down. Dang.
And one thing that blew my mind is just like, well, we knew for years that he don't be paying people. And a lot of the people that can speak on it, majority have died now, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like his artists and stuff. And
Right.
he's never paying people. And he's calling them, oh, I got you, I'm looking out. And then when people need it, he's blowing them off and all this and telling them no.
That makes sense.
I was surprised they didn't have the locks on there. They didn't
I'm
have them speak on it.
I'm surprised they didn't have the people from anybody from making a band.
They did. They
Well,
had
Did
Lil Rod, right?
Lil Rod, what's her name? Aubrey?
I'm talking about from the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah.
Because you remember there was this thing about him fucking with one of the girls while she was married.
Mm. But that means they will also have to like stand up and talk too, though. A lot of people ain't talking because you got to remember, in the documentary, when they were opening a lot of the cases because they were connecting so many to each other, their
Hmm.
information was becoming public record, and he was calling them.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? I'm looking at, hold on, because my notes and stuff. Dawn and Kalina. Remember, Kalina was very close to Diddy and all that, and she was like, "Oh, he looked out for me and all this and that." She called him when she needed help. He wouldn't even give her 5K. But when um her artist mate Don opened up with a case, a 55-page case out on Diddy, Diddy ended up calling Kalina and was just like, I need you to put out a statement and all this and that. And Kalina herself said, you didn't even want to look out for me, but you know it's all love and all this. I got to talk to my family because I don't want this image to mess up this child support case or something she had, child custody case she had going on. And she was just like, she don't, she knew that it didn't feel right, but she still took Diddy's side. This man didn't give you a dime, left you hanging, and the person that you were a castmate with, made music with on your in your group and band, you not gonna take their side. I felt like that was crazy.
That was Stockholm syndrome right there, bro. That made me mad. I was just like, he didn't even like 5K to him would be like me dropping a penny on the street.
Exactly. But what was it? Kirk Burrows, who helped start Bad Boy with him, said that's how he gets people to keep working with him if he owes you money, because once you get the money, you have no reason to come to him anymore. He wants to feel that power, like you're begging him to, help.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that he like threatened that motherfucker with violence to give up his motherfucking stake is crazy.
25%, and then tried to sue, and he lost the case. He threatened to beat my ass and kill me if I didn't give up my 25% and said he was going to give it back. Blackballed me and banned from Hollywood to where nobody was working with me. He was homeless and all these other things, and it was rightfully mine. How do I lose a case when I have proof?
Buying them jurors,
I'm about to say
allegedly.
again, this nigga got money to pretty much do whatever and make motherfuckers say whatever he want them to say.
All right, bro, it's honestly scary because this shows like there's a world, like, and I've always known this. There's a world beyond what we see. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it's just
Oh yeah.
like we're trying to survive, and people are trying to control, and it's just like you don't even have to be involved to get involved.
Like it's like and this is a little bit off topic, but like it's like seeing how that shit really work in like the industry, right? Like I know y'all seen recently like the viral video of Tyler Chase from Ned's Declassified going around like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you see somebody who potential to be, a star actor. Don't know what happened in between that time and now to seeing him, bro. Like it's just like what the fuck really like happens when
on,
you're like
on the
in that
Nickelodeon studio.
just
That's
like
what I
in
was
that
gonna say.
industry, bro. Like what the fuck really happened? Whether it's music, whether it's like, entertainment, like what the fuck really be happening? Because that's just way too common.
It is. And I ain't gonna
That
lie. As someone who likes to like entertain and make people laugh, that shit kind of discouraging. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause say
is
like, let's just say if we did blow up big with the podcast and stuff, or we started getting real traction where people wanted to be on here super, you know what I'm
hold on,
saying?
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. When y'all blow up. Speak into existence, brother. When y'all blow up big with
Facts,
the
facts,
podcast.
facts. I ain't trying to have no celebrities on here and it'd be like, y'all don't really fit, but it's just like then they get mad and some crazy shit. Oh, well, if y'all don't do this, and this is what's gonna happen, and all, you know what I'm saying? Or say just shit crazy. I just it just makes you think. It really does. Is it really worth all the fame and money if it's gonna be a whole bunch of bullshit like that behind it?
That's what sometimes, man, I'm just whew, sometimes I go to the store. Yeah, I gotta well, back in the day, now I'm kinda good. Back in the day, go to the store, had to transfer some money to my car real quick, go to the self checkout so the cashier don't tell me, oh, your car's declined. Back in the day. I'm just happy sometimes it's just better. It's easier on your mental just be poor because coming becoming rich and becoming famous, that's a whole nother thing. Like the Migos said, I'd rather be rich than famous. Because then you get all
Hmm.
that attention, you got all these people trying to leech off of you, and You could vet people as well as you can, but some bad actors still gonna get through those cracks, still gonna try to take advantage of you with like contracts, like personalities, with taking over your show. That's a word. That's probably one of the scariest things that crack can happen to you, especially with some of those artists, the small artists that came to Diddy. They have a brand and they go under him, and then taking their brand over, like forcing himself to be. I found that ridiculous, bro. They would do a music video. He would say, "Oh, let me dance your music video." They would say, "I don't want you in my music video." He would put himself in the music video anyways, and then charge him for it. I'm
Charge
just
them.
like, oh man,
Look, all in the videos.
right over here dancing. I'm like, man, I would be dancing like that if I knew I was about to
Come
make
to
eighty
death
thousand
row.
off your stuff.
To level
Crazy.
even up on that for what you saying, the fact that, people feel like he had a lot to do with Biggie getting killed. Biggie felt like he wasn't safe. He was supposed to be going to the UK to be promoting his album. Diddy told his team to cancel all the flights. He's staying in LA where they were in op territory. Everybody like Big didn't feel safe. He ends up getting killed. He made Biggie pay for his own funeral.
That part was like, and bro, that was only like episode two, episode
Yes,
one.
episode
After that,
one or two.
woo,
Hey, look. Then they said his biggest song came out right after Biggie died. That's how he transitioned to being a solo artist.
Yes. And then he took Big Rolling Stone was gonna do a cover for Biggie. He said, take him off of there and put me on there. And then he made that one song during the tribute to Biggie, and that's how he blew up. Because everybody said that he couldn't rap for shit. They said he was garbage in the documentary.
even on that Godzilla track, I still think, even though he had somebody ghostwrite for him, I still think he sounded like trash. Like hearing that, like being going back in the theaters while I was little, I'm hearing P Diddy on a rock song. I'm like, why is he on a rock song? I didn't even understand the lyrics. I'm just like, he trash. So like he just had to, yeah, man. He leached off. There's so many things I can say about that Biggie thing, man. But like I said, we don't have the allegedly man here, man. So I'm not gonna too, I'm not gonna throw too many alleges. But
Now,
that
throw that
documentary was
allegedly.
convincing,
That's important for this episode. Allegedly, our
right?
opinions and stuff is based off the documentary that we seen on Netflix. So
So
Right.
I swear,
I am not suicidal.
mm-mm. Hey, the cars they have over here, man, they a little older, so I don't know. They might have some over here, and then next thing I know, I get in the car. I'm good.
It's I don't know, man. It's it's crazy how like the jurors the case is point blank and period with the evidence, and he looking at and they tell him, oh yeah, you can see that he tries to wow the jurors and be friendly and all that and make them starstruck, which is why it seemed like he got a lot of not guilties on a lot of those things and they were getting dismissed. Something will happen in the court and he'd be like, y'all see that, and be looking at the jury. Come on now.
Like, wouldn't that be a mistrial in any other sense?
It
Like, it
should have
would be a
been because
mistrial.
they're not supposed to be making eye contact. And on top of that, the black girl who was a juror who we were talking about earlier, the Pakistan dude said he didn't know him. Cool, but the black girl knew who he was, which is hard to find somebody that doesn't know a celebrity. But she's like, oh, I watched making the band and all this and that. I was a fan of like 112 and all these other groups. She thought she really wasn't a fan, but someone on social media and they were passing it around said that
Oh
she had a
yeah,
picture with Diddy when she was younger. So I'm just like, this vetting process that the judges in the court system was doing really wasn't a vetting process. You're
it really
right,
wasn't.
money, money.
Throwing that money around.
And then in episode 4, they were talking about like how I think it was like 12 to 16 content creators and vloggers were allowed in there. And Diddy was like, you got to control the narrative. It's all about controlling all that. So after every day in the court case, his team would type up the transcript and would tell the bloggers and vloggers meeting up with him, giving them lunch and stuff. His team was eating lunch with him. These are the important things from the case that y'all can talk about, and it was stuff to make him look better in the limelight. You know what I'm saying?
And these are things like you can't like he's one of the motherfuckers that has the type of capability to say, hey, if anything you say goes left of what we tell you to say, that's it. Whether that's physical harm, whether that's we killing your career, like he has the power to do all that shit.
And I forgot her name. God, it's so many people in the documentary, but it was one of his first assistants. He found out that she was friends with Suge Knight's baby mama, but not really
Oh
Suge
yeah.
Knight. And he took her in the park and was just like, "I heard you got some affiliation with Suge. I'll kill you. Like if
And
something
then
pop off,
and
anything."
then he said like this is how it's going to happen. It will be out here nice and slow. I was like, whoa, like that's.
That's dark.
And then hearing all this, I'm just like, shout out to Kim Porter. May she rest in peace. But she was like the only, she seemed like one of the only few people that after she got like really sick and tired of him, that she decided to just go ahead and cut ties with him.
And
She
the
was the
crazy
only real
thing
one
is,
because like everybody else, I'm like, you see all this stuff happening. Man, I don't even know. This whole thing got me so like my whole morals just like messed up. I'm just like, yeah, if I was in that situation. I could say right now, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be taking that. I wouldn't be doing that. But then, you like you get in their situation, like you go to sleep at night, and then you don't know if you're gonna wake up in your bed the next day or you're gonna wake up like in Breaking Bad, like how they had Saul. Well, do y'all watch Breaking Bad? Have y'all seen
yeah,
Breaking Bad? How they had Saul Goodman on the in the desert facing his own grave.
and that's the
I'm
thing,
sure those
bro.
people. And he had more connections to be able. He probably had more money to be able to do worse than that. So I'm like, man, I don't know. So I just feel for those people. I'm just glad I never was in that situation.
Thank God, bro, because it's just bad. It's disheartening too, because you got people talking about, oh yeah, I was partying, and the next thing you know, I woke up the next day and I don't remember nothing. And it's just like, take Lil Rod for instance. I think that's his name on
Yeah,
episode 4. You know what I'm saying? He helped with the last Diddy album, the Love album, and all that. Helped produce it, write it, and all that. Promised him $250,000. For 2 years, they were working on it because he said Diddy kept changing and saying it wasn't right. He was going for a specific sound, moved them in with him and everything. It was constant partying and drinking and all this and that. He was waking up like not remembering stuff. He said he would wake up with random women, and sometimes he would wake up with Diddy in the bed, feeling sore and all that and tired. And
Not
you said what?
that's crazy, bro.
Crazy. He said he missed holidays, his kids' birthdays, and all this and that. And once it was all said and done, they didn't pay him. Still haven't paid him. They tried to give him 29,000 instead of the 250,000.
and still didn't pay him that.
And just calling and harassing him. He was just like he knew something wasn't right when Diddy just kept calling, oh, you gonna file a case when all these other people are filing cases. It's all love. We was gonna get to you, but every time he called for the money, it was always, oh, I ain't got it right now. We getting to you. Oh, I don't know who trying not to pay you. We gonna get it to you. Bro, if you was gonna pay me my money, you would have been did it. And the dude said after a while he didn't feel safe, but he had to fake the funk while he was staying there because he saw what Diddy was capable of
No facts.
and all that.
Yeah, I can't
You can
imagine
see
what
it.
that does to your psyche to have to try to fake that you like your abuser, you like this person who's like basically extorted your like livelihood your whole life. You had act friendly with him, act like everything's okay every single day for 2 years. And
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
it's
man.
like,
Like it comes down to a point where you just gotta be like, I just need to make it out this bitch alive. Like I just gotta like whatever I gotta do to follow suit for right now to where I can make it out of this motherfucker alive. That's just what I gotta do.
right.
oh
This
man.
is like this is like some telenovela shit, man. this is literally, I know it's on TV now, but like I'm not saying like good type, but this is shit that you would see on like on a TV show.
Literally,
It is.
literally.
Like, yeah, it's
And I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie. For like me coming up in the time, it's a little like that. Be 100% nigga deserves everything that's coming to him, all the bad, all the worst possible shit that's coming to him. But like for some of us who grew up in that time period, it fucks us up a little bit because a lot of that music we really enjoyed. Like a lot of the groups he worked with, a lot of the people that he was involved with, like we enjoy a lot of that shit. Like the 112s, the B2K, the fucking both I Need a Girls part one and part two. Like those that type of shit we grew up with, we love that music. So now we looking at ourselves like, damn, that shit come on,
you
you gotta hit skip. Like it's like fuck,
right.
bro.
Hit skip. It ain't even on the phone.
They play at the parties. I walk up DJ, I'm like, hey,
Come on now.
hey, big dog, I need you to skip
Yeah,
this.
bro, it's like weird, bro. Like I like it's a lot of that shit, bro. Now, and of course, like um, it's very hard to separate like the artist from
The music.
the music, right? It's hard to separate the person from the music. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I haven't even listened to R. Kelly song in I don't know how long. Like, and he had like
Facts.
it's bad, right? Um, And of course, there are some people who can do that, and I don't judge them if they do, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can separate art from music, great. It's just that like a lot of times now when you hear that shit, this is all you can think about. All you can think about is
Hmm.
what they've done as a person. So, but
And you,
that shit is it's tough, bro, because we grew up listening to this shit. Like we grew up on this, this music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For me, it was a huge part of my life growing up. Like that type, like R. Kelly, Diddy, like those were big artists in my generation growing up. So that shit is crazy. And it's probably more people out here. Like I'm sure when some of the more of the Epstein shit come out, there's gonna be people that we would be like, damn, I really fuck with that person. And now it's like, damn, now we gotta look at them differently. Like it's gonna be so much shit, bro. Like I feel like my childhood is just like getting crumbled as we fucking like continue to go on in this life, bro.
bro, imagine my hurt when I saw Missy Elliott in the documentary. I said, oh no, no.
he was in this documentary. What part?
I think it was like the second or third episode. Like,
That's the thing, bro. He works with a
dang,
lot. He worked
he
with
works
a
with a lot
lot
of
of
people.
a lot of people, bro. And it's hard to be like, well, this person wasn't a part of it, right? Or
Right.
this person was a part of it, right?
Because
So
you
it's
don't
like,
know.
You don't. And the thing is, I will say this is, and like you said, DJ, it kind of does mess with your childhood because it's just like those people don't even have to be heroes. It's just the fact that you grew up during the times and you see these people on TV, the music, whatever. And now with our adult eyes, we're facing reality and seeing like a lot of dark stuff of what the world really is. And a lot of people are just getting caught up in the truth. They say the truth always comes to light, and a lot of stuff is just coming to light. Like the dude from that '70s show, he in jail. The R. Kelly,
mhm.
the Bill Cosby, the Cardi B, the stuff that she was doing. And it's just
The Nicki Minaj's.
Like
that's crazy. That's
it's and like I think it's like you put it perfectly. Like looking at that shit as an adult now, like because as a kid, like we get shielded from it. And mind you, as kids, us growing up, the internet was just starting to get rolling. So like we didn't only thing we really had was word of mouth, looking like seeing it on TV or reading it somewhere. Like we didn't just easily have access to this shit by going on to the internet or it just popping up on the internet or Instagram or some shit like that. Like you literally had to go and find this shit, right? So
exactly.
like now it's just like damn, it does like somebody can do something earlier today and now we know about it not being anywhere in the vicinity. We know about this shit hours later. Just
Exactly.
like the same shit that happened with that the Michigan coach just recently at University of Michigan got fired from his job and hours later he's in handcuffs and we're literally learning about this shit as it's happening. Like
He
as
tried to
it's
kill his
happening.
mistress, didn't he?
He went over there threatened.
No,
I think he threatened to kill
yeah,
himself or some shit like that. It was something like some crazy
yeah,
shit.
he threatened to kill himself over the affair being exposed.
Yeah, but it's just like, bro, it's so crazy how quickly we get information now, and it's just like, damn, everything just gets fucked up just as soon as you know.
Don't shit happens. That's why you gotta be careful when you go online or even if you out in public, man. Because like, so say like the whole gym culture thing, like somebody who recording their workouts in the gym. Now, for me, I don't. I just record for form and stuff. But man, you look at somebody the wrong way, you give them a wrong look. Next thing you know, 2 hours later, your whole inbox is filled with hate. It's like instantaneously. But excuse me, for like the Diddy documentary with him being like exposed, all the other people exposed. Do y'all think that we're going to continue to see more of our older? Well, let me. I hope I'm not just changing the topic, just like at will. My bad,
Now you good. Go
because here I
ahead.
am. So like with him being exposed, because like first it was R. Kelly. That was the first big one that I remember back in
Hmm.
the day, and now it seems like every other day it's a whole scandal. Do y'all think that with these some of the bigger expositions or bigger celebrities being exposed, do y'all think it's going to continue to ramp up from like our generation, or do you think there's going to be more people from like it's gonna be even. Like so say like some of the celebrities who are bigger in the 90s be able to do stuff that was more kind of covered up because of the slow media coverage and stuff and people being scared of what social media. Do you think more of our generations, ooh, let me not say that. Let me the, the 90s and 2000s generations celebrities and icons going to start being exposed? Or do you think it's just like kind of like a mindset that just permeates that whole celebrity culture,
I feel
regardless of
like
times.
I feel like stuff will start to come to light more because, granted, they not always held accountable by the court of law, but just knowing that it's out there and that's what these people are doing definitely does, take effect in a sort of sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Think
Hmm.
about
I do think that as time goes on, even the younger generations, their celebrities who they look up to now or watch, it's like DJ said, it could happen an hour ago and 30 minutes ago. Now is more information, what's going on, everything about this person. So I do think that sadly a lot of stuff will come to light, and it's really just like a childhood killer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hmm.
and you think about it, the Bill Cosby shit came out a couple years ago, and that was from 50 years prior. Like this was like years and years and years. So like I think it's just the aspect of people just having more access to ways to get information out now, right? You don't just have to go to the cops. You can go to the internet. I can go sit behind a camera and start saying shit because even if what I'm saying is not true, it's going to cause a stir. Now people are going to start searching. Like it's going to cause something to happen. And I feel honestly, I think it's only going to get worse with AI. Like it's
And
only going to
AI
get
is
worse
scary.
because you
Boy.
can you can make it seem like somebody's saying something that they really didn't say. And there is ways to decode AI, of course. But if this person, like let's say this is like let's say is we are back on a this situation. If this person got enough bread, they can make motherfuckers look past the decoding of AI. We just gonna go with
Hmm.
it, right? So if I'm going up against you and I'm like, what you saying is true, but I don't need that shit getting out, and I make it we make an AI video of you saying that shit not true, motherfuckers just gonna go with that because why? I have the money to make motherfuckers go with that. I have the power to make motherfuckers go with that, right? So it's just I think a lot of stuff is gonna start coming out, and it's like Zay said, it's gonna be from the younger generation, it'll be from the older generation. I think the industry itself is just it's very fucked up be, because you have people that have power to make motherfuckers do things that they want them to do. Um, and it's just, like the whole what was it Harvey Weinstein?
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? That whole
Movie guy.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, him, and then like we were talking about earlier with the Nickelodeon situation, like how that shit came out. Like, bro, we grew up watching Nickelodeon shows. We grew up watching Nickelodeon movies. And to have that shit come out, bro, like I was watching Good Burger the other day and I was like, damn, man, this nigga is right here. Like he's in the movie right here. And at the same time is doing weird and nasty shit with children. Like,
Did he ever go to jail? Did they ever charge him with anything?
bro, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dog.
It's
Mm-mm-mm.
I just know that shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
You know, the crazy thing about you saying Good Burger is I was watching that a few days ago. I like the same thing. I see him and he's like acting all like he's like he put on an active persona, of course. But I'm just looking, I'm just like, dang, bro, I can't even enjoy this movie anymore. Because there's no telling what he put those people through on set. There's no telling what man, it's just hard to enjoy some of the oldies, man, nowadays.
I don't know, man. This just reality. This is
It's mind blowing and it's exhausting, man.
it is.
And it is, and the reason it's so exhausted and mind blowing is because it's like what we were just touching on earlier. Do you say, even as an adult now, fuck everything that I knew as a child coming up and just throw all of that away? Or do you say, I'm going to separate the person behind this from what was created by this person, unfortunately? And that's honestly, that's a battle. Like, even for me. So, like, back to the Bill Cosby situation. A Different World is one of my favorite shows. Do I say fuck watching A Different World because of all the shit that Bill Cosby's done, or do I say I'm appreciating the art that was put on screen, regardless of whatever he did? He deserves whatever he gets for the shit that he did, but the art that was made in this show and what this show represented and what this show stood for, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's daily battles like that that you put up with. This is like fuck.
And that's true. And I get it. And it depends on person to person. Really.
That's the
I'm a
thing. That's why I
person
said I
that
don't judge people.
yeah, I'm a person that can literally, if a person disgusts me and I don't feel like I want to deal with it, I just delete their stuff. I can,
Hmm.
not deal with it. And I know it doesn't really have much to do with the episode, but it's just like I love listening to Super Duper Cow. You know what I'm saying? As an indie artist and all this and that. And after this year, dealing with his management team and shit, it put a whole bad taste in my mouth. Cause when he announced his like last album and shit, he was like, "Oh, it was kind of like the supporting independent artists, right? It's like certain tiers. You spend like $1, you spend $50, $100. The $100 included a meet and greet, right? Or a personal Zoom chat with him. A lot of people did that shit. Then he announced the tour dates. None in North Carolina. I'm still for a year trying to communicate with his team, not hearing back. So I contacted the independent service that they go through because J. Cole does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You think
Mhm.
them motherfuckers gave me my fucking money back? Them motherfuckers personally said, "Oh yeah, we'll get it back to you. Send the message and all this and that." Sending the message, I'm messaging the company. Nothing. That shit completely turned me off as a fan.
Right.
It's fuck that nigga. Because it's not even just if that's how your team is, that lets me know kind of how you are too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and that's like that's it. That's the difficult part about it because that might not be who he is. He just has to follow whatever his team is saying. And yeah, you could easily say, well, just fire your team, but there's so much shit that comes with a lot of that. It's just like
Mhm.
it's so tough, bro. And like you said, everybody's different. That's why I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say well, yeah, I'm gonna say I don't judge people, but I will like, okay, I know kind of how this person is based on certain things that they will and will not accept, right? Um, like the reason that I can't listen to a lot of R. Kelly music is because a lot of his music plays in the part of what he was convicted of. So it's like
Yes,
you can't necessarily separate that if the music itself is kind of saying it, right? The Bill Cosby situation is different, right? Different World is about a black college, people, celebrating black culture and stuff like that. That's different from what the hell was going on, there. But like, I feel like that's where it kind of triggers for me is like, all right, where's the line drawn? And with R. Kelly, the fucking shit blended. it was
that's
blended
true.
together.
And this will be the
Right.
last thing I say for the episode, and then y'all can say what y'all need to say, and then we can do closing statements. But it's like you said, DJ, how people react and stuff literally will make me, you know, look at them with a side eye if I'm gonna really deal with them or how I deal
Hmm.
with them. It's kind of just like you said with the R. Kelly situation, what he was doing and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's convicted, so it's not really allegedly. But when people be like, "Oh, he's in jail, he's serving time, but I'ma still bump his music." Cool, you do that, but it's gonna make me side eye you. But then when people are just like, "Oh, they be like, oh, he probably didn't really do that." It's always some like conspiracy theory behind it instead of just accepting that's what he did. And then
What's
they
the favorite one? What's their favorite one? Like they said with Bill Cosby, oh, he was about to buy something.
everybody says, oh, he was always about to buy CBS or whatever, CNN and stuff, whatever. I hate when people be like, because I'm a person like if someone does something and you still support them like crazily, I don't really like that, but that's just me. And then it's kind of in the sense of like people will still support that person, and I'm like, what if it was like your kid? Oh, that could never be my kid. That could never be my family member. How do you know? It doesn't have to be that celebrity. It could just happen randomly one day.
Yeah,
You know
them
what I'm
people probably
saying?
thought this. Them people probably thought the same damn thing.
And
Like,
I just find it weird when people say that could never be my family, that could never be my kid. You don't know. But then God forbid if it did happen, you want somebody to support you and be on your side. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it difficult because I'm just like, you said it wouldn't happen to you. So
Yeah, that shit is really crazy.
anything else you want to say, DJ?
Nah, dog, lock all them motherfuckers up. Lock them up.
Lock them up. Send them to state property.
Lock him up.
What about you, Eric?
whew, dang, that might be all I had to say. Whew. This whole the whole Diddy documentary, man, is just it's just crazy because he was doing this stuff for years. He was doing it before I was born, if I got the timeline right.
Yeah.
And
And he only got 50
it ain't even
months.
that he was doing it. It's the fact that he was still doing it while the case was going on. He was still trying to control the narrative, still doing the drugs and everything, and involved his kids.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like at first, in shoot, I had to probably put this on another episode talking about this. But that's why at first the whole Illuminati thing, I didn't. I was just like, y'all talking crazy. Y'all are insane. Y'all had your tinfoil hats. But now, like I see, like once you get past a certain threshold of money, I'm just like, man, there actually might be a little. Those crazy people might actually have a point. And I don't know, that makes me crazy too. But I'm just like, because it happens all the time. Like they say, the seven deadly sins, and oh my goodness, did y'all hear that?
No,
Mm-mm.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm about to be changing a diaper in a second, definitely. Uh,
dad duty.
that's dad life for you. Uh, so it's like the seven deadly sins. What is it? Greed. Um,
Gluttony, lust, envy, and stuff.
Sloth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like greed and lust just be going crazy. Like you I know I know like people aren't you're not listening, it's not super religious, but greed and lust really do just be like corrupting some people. Like once you get enough money and you just think you can do whatever you want to without any repercussions, some people just you just see the most evil side of humanity.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
man, that's this shit. That shit's deep. Oh, that shit is deep.
and
Right.
all I can say is just stay prayed up, man.
Facts.
Whatever God you believe in, do your prayers, whatever you got to do, and just stay
Stay
safe.
protected out here. Yeah.
Amen. And on that note, closing statements.
I mean, I think staying prayed up and being safe out here is my closing statement.
Facts.
Hey, my closing statement is find you a hobby, love you that hobby, and chill, because chasing fame just it may not be worth it, anymore, Especially if you're gonna end up like that, you gotta have people more famous you taking advantage of you.
Make sure your
It's
hobby don't
crazy.
hurt nobody. Let's start there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. No, I'm talking about hobbies. I think in the beginning of the video, I had my little model kits in the background, but yeah, do model kits or something. But don't start doing like freak offs and stuff. Yeah,
Oh man. And for me, I just want to thank everybody who tuned in for episode 1, 2, and 3, and now episode 4. Like, comment, subscribe, leave your opinion in the comment section or stitch the video if you want to. And let us know what you thought about the documentary and where you think we go from here as a society. Thank you all for watching. Happy holidays. Have a great night.